I'm Alex Berger from Berger Law in Marquette, Michigan, and today I'm going to tell you my 5 rules for testifying in court. First, pause before answering. Second, answer the question that's asked. Third, yes, no, I don't know, I don't remember, and I don't understand the question are the best responses. Fourth, keep your answers short. And fifth, be a truth-telling machine. So I've been working on these 5 rules for probably since 2012. And they've primarily been developed in the field of criminal defense testimony, but really they work anytime you're going to be put under oath and asked questions, particularly by attorneys. So I want to break down each of these 5 rules for when you're testifying. Number 1, take a pause before you're answering any questions. There are 2 reasons for this rule. Number 1 is it gives you a second to think about what your answer to the question is going to be. And then second, sometimes attorneys, particularly attorneys that are not on your side, start spit-firing questions. They speed up the pace of the questions. And then they get you going, question, answer, and they throw you a trick question to try to throw you off and get an answer that's not good for you. Taking a pause before answering each question allows you to control the pace, allows you to control the tempo so that the question asker doesn't get to control that. And it gives you the added benefit of being able to think about the question for just a brief second before you respond. The second rule is that you should answer the question that is asked. So if let's say you went on vacation and you had a friend come up to you and say, "Did you have a nice vacation?" The correct answer is yes. Not, "Yes, it was an awesome vacation. We got to sit on the beach, we had drinks with little umbrellas, the children weren't there, so we got to finally relax, blah, blah, blah." That is not the answer to the question, "Did you have a nice vacation?" Which dovetails nicely into the third rule. Yes, no, I don't know, I don't remember, and I don't understand the question are the best responses. Whenever you can, you should go to those. Yes and no are easy. If you can answer a question yes or no, do it. Don't explain anymore. Now, a lot of times you don't have a full memory of something they're asking you about. If you don't remember, say you don't remember. If you don't know the answer, don't try to guess. Just say you don't know. And attorneys sometimes speak very poorly, so it is common that they ask you a question that simply doesn't make any sense. If that happens, say, "I don't understand your question." So on to the fourth one. Keep your answers short. This is a very important rule. Basically, it goes along with, let's say you're back in the vacation situation, and somebody, instead of asking you, "Did you have a nice vacation?" they ask you, "How was your vacation?" That's when a narrative answer is the right answer. You should talk about the beach. You should talk about umbrellas. You should talk about all of the great stuff you did. But when you're under oath, testifying in court, you should give short answers. So a great answer in court to the question of "How was your vacation?" would be something like, "Oh, we went to the beach. It was terrific." Stop. The question asker will ask more questions if they need more information on that topic. So this is one area where giving testimony is not like everyday conversation. You do not give full answers to questions. You give enough to just basically answer whatever question is given and then allow the asker to ask follow-up questions. Now finally, and this is the most important rule, be a truth-telling machine. The important part of the 5th rule is the machine part. So when you're testifying, you're in the hot seat. You are the one that everyone's looking at, everyone's listening to, everyone's trying to figure out if you're lying or if something's not right. So you're in the hot seat. And you usually have attorneys asking you questions who are trained to ask people questions, trained to get the information that they want out of someone. And so one great way to avoid messing up is to just take each question at a time. Answer it, wait for the next question. Don't think about the emotions that it causes. Don't think about what question they're going to ask 5 questions from now. Don't think about how this might contradict what you had told someone previously. Just tell the truth. And if you say something that's not correct, or if the person who's asking you questions asks an improper question, your attorney will jump in and stop you. Stop them from forcing you to answer that question. And so what's important to remember here is it's not your job to figure out if a question is improper. It's not your job to try to strategize about the best way to answer a particular question to avoid it looking bad. Your job is just to answer the questions. Let your attorney, let the other attorneys in the room, let the judge make sure that everything is proper. You just answer the questions. Don't get emotionally involved. Don't try to outsmart the attorney. Just short, concise answers. So just to briefly sum up, take a pause before you answer the question. Always think about and answer the question that's asked. Yes, no, I don't know, I don't remember, or I don't understand the question are the best responses. Brief answers, and finally, be a truth-telling machine. The final thing I'll leave you with, and I usually tell people this when I'm giving this spiel in person or on the phone, is if you're going to be testifying, people are going to be watching you, both when you're on the stand and when you're sitting in the courtroom. And you want to always look professional. Don't sneer, don't shake your head, don't scoff, don't respond to other people's testimony or what the judge is doing or what the other attorney is saying. Just be respectful. Don't respond to other stuff in the courtroom unless you are asked a question under oath, and then you should follow these rules. Thank you.